General Hospital spoilers tease that two writers, Elizabeth Corte and Chris Van Etten, have officially confirmed that Chad Duell will be leaving his role as Michael in General Hospital. This news has shocked fans, especially when Corte and Van Etten revealed that Michael's departure is not just a character handoff, but will trigger a series of dark and dramatic events in Port Charles. According to their revelations, Michael's death will be at the center of the story, creating a significant plot twist. Michael's tragic exit will not only leave a void in the Corinthos family, but also ignite conflicts and hidden tensions between the characters. The secrets behind Michael's death will become a major focal point, forcing his loved ones to face tough choices and emotional turmoil. Sonny, Jason, and Willow will not be spared, as each of them becomes embroiled in a whirlwind of emotions and heavy responsibilities. Cort and Van Etten hint that Michael's death is not just a personal tragedy, but also the beginning of a series of ominous events in Port Charles. A dark force, potentially tied to enemies like Cyrus or Sidwell, seems to be behind this tragedy. This will push the characters into dangerous confrontations, where all secrets are at risk of being exposed. The story surrounding Michael's death will not only be a farewell to the character, but also a reminder of the price of betrayal, loyalty, and rash actions. Port Charles will never be the same, as every relationship and alliance is tested under the shadow of looming darkness. With the dramatic developments in store, viewers are sure to be swept into an emotional and surprising new chapter. Michael will become the victim of a sudden attack, a shocking event that will propel General Hospital into an intense new chapter. Michael's death will not only be a massive loss for the Corinthos family, but will also set off a haunting chain of events that shakes the community and the already fragile relationships. This event calls back to the earlier deaths of Dex and Sam, as all of them become caught in the dark spiral controlled by underground forces like Cyrus or Jen Sidwell. Michael, who was once a symbol of hope and responsibility for the family, will now become a tragic focal point, raising numerous questions about the identity of the villain and the true motives behind the attack. Michael's death will spark emotional turmoil within the characters, especially Willow, who must not only face the pain of loss but also struggle to protect her family and confront the consequences of her own betrayal. Sonny and Jason, who have always worked to protect the Corinthos family, will be forced to choose between revenge and safeguarding what remains. Every action they take could lead to unpredictable consequences. This new story not only highlights the dangers surrounding Port Charles, but also opens up more complex layers of love, loyalty, and betrayal. The connections between Michael's, Dex's, and Sam's deaths will become the key to uncovering major secrets. But can the characters withstand the storm, or will they all be sucked into the whirlpool of hatred and loss? The upcoming developments promise to be full of tension and surprises, ensuring that viewers cannot take their eyes off the screen. Cyrus's latest crime has been officially confirmed, and this story will take General Hospital into an unprecedented, tense turning point. Michael becomes the victim in a tragic situation when he tries to stop Cyrus from injecting digitalis into Sonny, an audacious and selfless act to protect his father. However, this leads to a fatal stabbing, ending Michael's life and throwing everything into an uncontrollable whirlwind. Michael's death is not only a huge shock to the Corinthos family, but also heightens the danger in Port Charles. Cyrus, with his escalating crimes, is no longer just a hidden threat, but a ruthless villain, willing to do anything to achieve his goals. This action will not only spark outrage in the community, but also ignite new conflicts between the main characters. Sonny, who is in critical condition after heart issues, now faces not only the pain of losing his son, but also the fight to protect what's left of his family. Jason, who is expected to take over the Corinthos organization, will face immense pressure as he is forced to choose between vengeance and maintaining the family's strength. Willow, deeply emotionally connected to Michael, is plunged into an agonizing situation, having to make difficult decisions to protect their children. This new story not only underscores Cyrus's brutality and danger, but also pushes the characters into emotionally charged and challenging situations. Relationships will be reshaped by loss and new conflicts, opening up a dramatic new chapter for General Hospital. Will justice be served, and can the Corinthos family find the strength to fight against the darkness? The upcoming developments will undoubtedly keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Cyrus has succeeded in killing Sonny, marking an unprecedented dark and painful turning point in the story of Port Charles. However, when Michael's death follows soon after, things escalate to a level beyond control. This event not only shocks the entire town, but also throws Carly into a chaotic and dangerous situation where she must face the hardest choices of her life. Sonny's death shakes the very foundations Carly had relied on. As the head of the Corinthos family, Sonny was a pillar of strength and support for Carly. Losing him is not only a personal tragedy but also leaves a massive power vacuum in the Corinthos organization. Yet, before the grief can even begin to fade, Carly must now face the tragedy of losing Michael, her most beloved son. Michael sacrifices himself trying to prevent Cyrus from injecting digitalis into Sonny, an act of courage that leads to a heartbreaking end. Michael's passing leaves Carly numb with sorrow, but she doesn't have time to mourn. The responsibility to protect what's left of her family and confront Cyrus, the enemy behind all these losses, now rests on her shoulders. Carly must not only manage the power transition in the Corinthos organization, but also grapple with complicated emotions, from rage and pain to feelings of helplessness. Every action she takes now must be calculated, as any mistake could lead to even more dire consequences. Jason, once Sonny's right-hand man and the most likely heir, must now step up to take control of the organization. But he faces enormous challenges. Jason must not only maintain the organization during this chaotic time, but also bear the pain of losing both Sonny and Michael, two of his closest family members. At the same time, he must plan to confront Cyrus, who is increasingly becoming the biggest threat to Port Charles's stability. Willow, who has just lost Michael, is also caught in an agonizing spiral. She must not only endure the pain of losing her spouse, but also find ways to protect their children in the growing chaos. Michael's death not only robs Willow of her support, but also forces her into a position where she must stay strong to safeguard her family's future. Meanwhile, Cyrus continues to escalate his ruthless and dangerous actions, driving Port Charles into a series of high-risk events. With his boundless cruelty, Cyrus seems to be seizing every opportunity to strengthen his power and eliminate those who stand in his way. But will this escalation lead Cyrus to the brink of failure when he cannot anticipate the fierce reaction from Carly, Jason, and their loved ones? This story not only places Carly at the center of a chaotic storm, but also clarifies Cyrus's ruthlessness and danger. The rising tensions and conflicts will open up a dramatic new chapter in General Hospital. Carly will have to answer the question, can she overcome loss and stay strong to protect her family, or will she be pulled into the dark whirlwind that Cyrus has created? The upcoming developments promise to bring viewers moments full of emotion, grief, and unpredictability. Willow will officially gain custody of both Wiley and Amelia, marking an important turning point in her life. This decision will not only provide stability for the two children after the recent family tragedies, but also create a series of complex situations, pushing General Hospital into a new, intense phase. Taking on the role of primary caregiver for both Wiley and Amelia will not be easy for Willow. After Michael's death, she must cope with immense loss, while shouldering the responsibility of raising the children in an increasingly dangerous environment in Port Charles. Wiley, with his sensitive nature as a growing child, may struggle to accept the reality that his father is gone. Meanwhile, Amelia, too young to fully understand the situation, will become Willow's greatest source of motivation to overcome the challenges ahead. However, this decision won't go smoothly. Carly, the children's grandmother, may feel excluded and worried that Willow, in her emotionally fragile state, may have difficulty caring for Wiley and Amelia. This could lead to new conflicts between Carly and Willow, especially as Carly attempts to intervene to protect her grandchildren. Jason, always by the side of the Corinthos family, will also play a crucial role in supporting Willow. However, the relationship between him and Willow could become complicated, especially as both share the pain of losing Michael. The closeness between Jason and Willow, if not handled carefully, could lead to misunderstandings or even ignite unresolved emotions.